In the previous episode, we started our attempts against Supreme Calamitas, and in today's episode, we killed it. In fact, I wasn't aware of how close I was to actually killing the boss when we last left. Since the last time you watched me attempt Supreme Calamitas, which was what, like 5 or 6 total attempts, I killed it in 2 more attempts. So I did one attempt where I got it down to stupid low, like the final phase, right when you start doing the final like dodgy phase before the hearts and everything come back out, and died. And I was like, that was my first attempt tonight. I was like, oh my goodness, like I was way closer to beating this than I thought. I don't know if it's like that melee is just that strong on Supreme Calamitas, or maybe I've gotten better, or maybe they've made Supreme Calamitas not so annoying, or maybe it's just a combination of all of those things. Who knows? I'm pretty sure it might be a combination of all of those things, with a little bit of me getting better, not a lot of it. And yeah, so we killed her, and we're gonna watch the footage of it. But before we do, I just wanted to say that I haven't changed anything. I tried on my first attempt to use the Spine of Thanatos. It sucks. It does not do any damage. Because you have to hit with like the beams, right? Actually, this is a good, in case you're a melee player and you're wondering why I'm saying this. This weapon is only good if you can hit with the beams like this. The moment that you start hitting like this, see how I go down to 15, 9, 7K, 6K, 4K, 3K. Like you have to be hitting with the beams right here. The money shot where all of the beams are hitting. Otherwise, if I'm off over here, you know, they shotgun out, but I'm not getting the same damage. And so I attempted that first attempt with it, and it just wasn't doing anything. Whereas this weapon, I gotta get close with it actually. So it's not an accurate read, but it's on average like 20K, 30K, and it homes the entire time. And that's without using the charge. I think the charge is hyper good. We didn't use the charge a single time. But the homing is really good because it's just fire and forget. You don't even have to worry about it, which is really nice. So damage was high. The boss died really quick. The only other change that I actually made was I used the Omni stations. So using the Omni station, which you can make by, here, you can see the full recipe here. It's relatively easy. The gnomes were the hardest part. It's fine. I already actually had golden ladybugs from earlier in the playthrough, and I totally forgot about them. And then the semi station. This is a Fargo's thing, by the way. You just need all of those to make the semi station, which is totally worth it, right? It can be used and definitely affects some vanilla buff stations, which is nice. But the Omni station gives you all of them, and you can then use the Omni station as a crafting station to make the bridge a fire, and you just use it on the bridge. So like, for example, you see the Omni station here, which is giving me the effect of all of the, like the statue, the bass statue and all that. So you can just use it and it places them down on the entire platform, which is really, really nice. So yeah, that's a little pro tip. So I did that. That was a tiny bit of a boost. You know, I got what, 5 extra defense, a little bit of extra life regen, just the standard stuff, but I don't think it was necessary because I killed it in 2 attempts. Yeah, so let's go ahead and watch the fight, get all the way through it, and we'll open everything up. And there you have it. It's done. It's finally done. In fact, I was expecting pain and I didn't get it. And that is a really, really welcome change when it comes to Supreme Calamitas. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But there was the text that came up at the bottom. You could have seen some of it when I had defeated the boss, but the rest of it is once you've bested me, you will only have one path forward. And that path also has no future. Even if he has thrown all else away, his power remains. I have no more energy left to resent him or you. It will all be in your hands now. Let's change this back to a daytime and let's open our loot and then we'll talk a little bit about the fight and the playthroughs thus far. So we got Calamity. Light your cursor ablaze with the witch's flame, engulfing it in a blazing aura. Enemies touching the blaze take immense damage and are inflicted with vulnerability hexed. Equip it in a vanity slot, change the cursor without dealing damage. Yeah, so I actually really like this, the way that it like does the cool flame. We'll keep that on for now. Brimstone Jewel. Equipable, the ultimate reward for defeating such a beast. Is this a, where's it go under? Is it a pet? Oh, it is. Oh, we got a little Calamitous pet. Oh, that's cool. I like that. We got the lore. We got the Ashes of Annihilation from the book. Got Heresy, and we got Vigilance. Summons a Soul Seeker to fight for you. They're pretty cool. I like these. Heresy releases fire and souls upward from held book. As the book is held, the power both increases. I don't have enough mana. It's fine. I actually had gotten this Leviathan pet. It's okay. I like the Brimstone Jewel. Let's go put our relic down. Very happy with that. This was overall an accomplishment getting through this playthrough, doing it on death mode. Now, death mode was in some ways more difficult and in other ways easier. It was kind of a weird one because like we weren't doing master mode because they recommend not doing master mode with death mode. So we didn't do that and I ended up not changing throughout the playthrough. So we just kind of kept it as it was. And I think it could have been a longer series. You know, it was a pretty lengthy series, but it could have been longer if I had done the other though. So let's look at the Great Sword. So fires. Okay, you know what? I like you, Soul Seeker, but your little evil laughs distracting. Fires, or first swing fires homing skulls. Second swing fires a giant powerful skull. Third swing has no projectile. Constantly generates rage when in use. Swings leave behind exploding blood trails while below 50% health. Occasionally summons a barrage of lightning bolts when below 50% health. Replaces rage mode with an enormous barrage of skulls. This attack has a 30-second cooldown. It's pretty cool. Let's check it out. It's pretty rad, not gonna lie. Pretty rad. I like it. Okay. And then, of course, the Ashes of Annihilation make the Shadow Spec stuff, the Shadow Spec armor and whatnot is just the freaking coolest. We all know this. But you need auric bars, exoprisms. Do I even have enough to make all of the bars that I need? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out. Because then we can just put the cool armor. Because it's my favorite armor in the game. By far. It looks so cool. This is the... Yeah, shadow speed. This is the 25% increased melee speed, 15%. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's got everything there. So, I've got to put these in. We will craft Demon Shade. Oh, right. No, Shadow Spec. Shadow Spec. I'm not going to have enough. I don't have enough auric bars. So that's not really a difficult thing. I just got to go get the ore. How many bars can we make? 8. All right, fine. Do I go get the armor? Ooh. Yeah, let's go get some auric stuff as we talk about the boss fight. Where's my pickaxe? There it is. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of in two minds about this particular playthrough. Why? Well, I had a lot of fun. This is one of the more fun Calamity playthroughs I've had. And that could honestly just be down to the fact that I really... No, that's Uli Bloom. Is Uli Bloom what you need for the... Yes. Wait, no. Yes? No. I need the other stuff, which I think is further down. Anyways, I think it could be down to the fact that I've actually just really wanted to play a melee playthrough for a long while now. It's a weird thing, I know, but it is something that I've been really wanting to do. And now we've gotten to play through it, and I've really enjoyed it. I've actually had a lot of fun playing Melee. My biggest hang up was definitely Yaron. That's what took me the longest. Getting that done felt really good. And then not necessarily having any troubles after that. Like the Exomechs obviously took the longest. Man, why is all this crap in my inventory? Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Did I actually pick up no, that's hallowed ore. I don't want hallowed. Don't I get the ore from underground? Oh man, now I'm hyper confused. Yeah, it's right there. No, that's Uli Bloom. Oh my goodness, where am I? Yeah. Auric. Okay, Auric ore. Right. I have 18. Does that come from, whoops. Does that come from, no, the Yaron soul fragments would come from there. Where am I supposed to get this stuff? Is it under the, let's go to the jungle and look from there. We're talking about the playthrough anyways. I'm not hyper concerned about this. So yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. I think Yaron was definitely my biggest hang up. I don't look forward to doing Yaron in the future. It does make me a little bit more confident going into Infernum. I know Infernum is significantly different. Like a lot of the bosses are kind of crazy. But at the same time, is this what I'm looking for? Let's check. That's Uli Bloom. Oh my goodness. I need Auric ore. At the same time, I feel like I could probably get it done. That's what I'm looking for right there. Much better. I feel like we could get a Infernum playthrough done, but I just don't have it in me right this moment to do it. So that's a future project. And in fact, I think I'm saving it for something special. Now, with that out of the way, we do need to kind of consider what we play next. I put up a poll, if you saw the video the other day, asking what we should play. My options were the Model Redemption, which the creator has graciously offered me a early access, like preview version of upcoming content, which that would be great. So I might do that. Then in there, because of the whole I want to do Infernum, but I don't want to do Infernum. The other thing in there is, I think I should have enough for this, right? Is Fargo Soul Mod. But the thing with that is I know there's a new Fargo's update coming out soon. And I don't really want to like do all of it ASAP. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to go through a full playthrough and then have to do it again. Man, we still need a lot more Auric ore, and I don't even have enough Exo Prisms. You know what? I'm not making this tonight. It was a worthy shot. Yeah, I think that Fargo's is probably the least on that list likely to be played, and then Thorium, of course, is the other option. I really like Thorium. Thorium has had several new updates since we last played, and we would play as a healer because we've already done the Bard, and I don't want to do the Thrower. And I think it would be interesting to do a playthrough as a healer because it's generally a party-based class, but they do have some cool things that they can do. So I don't know. It might be fun. So right now, I think it's a big toss-up between those three. But the ones that are most likely are probably Model Redemption and Thorium, and then we'll go from there. And then on top of that, I do have an itch to play the newest update when it comes out for just standard Terraria. We'll see how that goes, but I might do that as a separate thing. I'm really happy with this playthrough, though. As I was saying when we killed Calamitas, I've previously had some issues with Calamitas in the past. Specifically the rogue playthrough. I never actually finished it as a rogue. I did the fight hundreds of times and just could never get it done. And so I just ended there, and that was that. That was the first time I've done that in Terraria. So I was kind of expecting a little bit more pain, and the fact that I just got it on my second attempt tonight, that felt really good. I'm a lot more willing to do harder mods from here on out. And you know, the other thing, even though Yaron gave me a big pain in the butt, Poltergeist was a lot easier, right? Ceaseless Void was easier. These things that generally take me a long time, Dragon Folly was easier. And I'm not sure if that's because of just the way that I was playing or because of Melee, but I was enjoying myself either way. I hope you guys all enjoyed the series rather. Let me know in the comments, what was your favorite part of the series? Was it like the early game stuff? Was it pre-hard mode, like right before pre-hard mode? Was it post-hard mode? Was it post-Moonlord? Where did you have the most fun watching? What was your favorite part about it? I always love hearing that because I take that feedback and I make sure that the next series that we do are, you know, just as good or even better. It's my thing to always do things like at least 1% better. Speaking of which, if you're not in our Discord, there's a link in the description that you can join for free. And it's there that I shared a bunch of pictures of the latest commission project that I was working on that I finally finished. And I had said in the previous episode for this that was going to be the big hang up on killing Supreme Calamitas, is I had to get that done first. Well, I got it done and it turned out freaking great. So if you want to see my cool minis that I had to paint for somebody, they turned out amazing, and all the pictures are in the general chat on Discord, so you can go take a look at those. But I want to thank all of you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed and you've gotten to this point, why? Just subscribe. Just do it. You're gonna have more Terraria stuff within the next like week or two. Might take a few days off from Terraria, and just kind of see how things go, and then move on from there and make a choice on the playthrough. Probably gonna do it as a secret. I'm not going to let anybody know what it is until it premieres on the channel, which it will do as a channel premiere, so you'll be able to see it and watch it live with other people as well. And then finally, if you want to help support the channel, I recommend becoming a channel member, which you could do so down below by hitting the join button. You get a bunch of cool emojis and some other cool benefits here on YouTube. And I alluded to you guys getting some cool stuff as a channel member in the near future, and that stuff is getting ready to release for you, so keep an eye out, channel members. With all that being said though, thank you guys very much for watching. I'm so glad I got Supreme Calamitas done in 2 attempts tonight. That was amazing, and we shall see you all next time.